Hello. Hi, how are you? How you doing this wonderful, beautiful afternoon in Seoul? Not so beautiful? What, you don't like the rain? What's wrong with the rain? Better than being hot and sticky, right? No? Am I speaking too fast? Anyways, everyone, I guess this is not working too well. My name is Andrew Park, and I'm the host for today's festivities. Woo! Welcome to the first Seoul Leadership Presentation Festival, hosted by me. Actually, hosted by the English Lab Toronto. Today we have our special guest judges. We have Philip Hartman. Philip is from Canada, and he's been in Korea for a while now, and he's done many different English related activities. You can see on his profile here. And we also have our second judge, Hyunjae Lee. He has also done some interesting things in the film industry and other, etc. If you have any questions for him, we will take them later. And I'm Andrew. Like I said, I'm from Philadelphia, and I've been doing this kind of stuff for a little while now. I've lived in Korea for about 5 years or so, and I'm also in the English industry, teaching and emceeing and stuff. That's why they pay me the big bucks. No? Not so funny? Anyways, now, and next, the man who's done it all, the man who has brought everything together. The English Lab Toronto director, we also have Joe H. Joe. Say hello.
Oh, hello.
This is Joe H. Joe. He will also be one of our presenters today.
Okay.
And now, first presenter? What you want to say?
No, yeah, so that's, okay. Okay, so thank you so much for coming today. Oh, it's raining. Oh, I mean, this morning, I didn't expect that. Oh, so I was so nervous how many people would show up today, and thank God we have a lot of crowd. Okay. This artist named Nick Cave, he said an artist's duty is to stay open-minded and in a state where he can receive information and inspiration. And you have to be ready for that little artistic epiphany. So what it means is that, well, if you want to become an artist, you gotta to always 24/7 stay open-minded and then trying to get inspiration. And this is what we are going to do today, right? So please stay open-minded. I know our presenters are young, okay, but they have full of ideas to inspire you. So let's, every time when they have presentations and then when they give you full of ideas, right? Please give them a round of applause, to encourage them. And then, yes, well, who knows? You will get a great idea that can change your life too. Okay, and today we have a lot of activities. After you finish today's, we have about 7 presentations. After we finish 7 presentations, we have a word too. You all have ballot, right? Okay, that has a number on it. Okay, keep that, and then don't go home. Okay, because we have a lot of fun activities. We'll pick one number, and then the winner will get a prize. Not even one prize, 2 prizes. After 7 presentations, you will pick a winner. You will have a chance to pick the winner today. We have 5 presentations in competition and 2 presentations out of pit competitions, meaning we have 2 guest speakers presenting, and then we have 5 people competing for one award. Okay, so you all get to vote. So don't go home until everything finished, and then we have, reception, then we have party afterwards. So don't go home. Okay. All right. Okay. So I will have 2 judges introduce themselves, and then we will have the first presentation.
So they introduced me already. My name is Philip Hartman. I'm from Canada. What can I say? I live and work here in South Korea, and these kind of things interest me, so that's why I'm here doing it. I am very interested to see what sort of presentations I'm going to be seeing today. Thank you.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 이현재라고 하고요. 사실 영어로 커멘트를 해달라는 부탁을 받아서 고민을 굉장히 많이 했었는데, 저는 사실 한국에서 태어났고 그 다음에 대학까지 다니다가 이제 미국에서 8년을 생활을 하고 여기 돌아왔어요. 그래서 뭐 영어를 아주 못하지는 않지만 그렇다고 해도 저는 사실 한국말로 얘기하는 게 더 편하고 그쪽이 여러분들과 커뮤니케이션 하는 데도 더 도움이 될 수 있을 것 같아서 코멘트는 이제 한국말로 하기로 결정을 했습니다. 영화 공부를 했고요. 지금 영어도 되기 위해서 장편 시나리오 작업을 하고 있고요. 그다음에 대학에서 영화 연출을 지금 다니고 있습니다. 그래서 사실은 제가 영어 프레젠테이션을 전공하지는 않았기 때문에 처음 이 저치를 해달라는 부탁을 받았을 때 고민을 좀 했었는데요. 다만 이제 저는 여기 와서 여러분들과 함께 프레젠테이션에 대해서 같이 논의하고 이야기할 수 있는 시간을 가졌으면 좋겠습니다.
Okay, thank you, our judges, and thank you, Mr. Director Joe. Anyways, now, are you guys excited for the presentations we have today?
Yay!
Yeah? No? If you fall asleep, I'm gonna wake you up in the middle of the presentation, okay? But hey, you! Wake up! You awake? Pay attention, alright, guys? Alright, so we have our first presenter will be Seona Kim. If you want to know more about Seona Kim, her profile is here. She will be talking about the Yeosu Expo. Let's hear it for Miss Seona Kim. Good luck.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Today is rainy day, right? I think you have a hard time to get here, but again, I'm really thank you for joining my presentation, and I'm pretty sure you will have a lot of fun, and you will learn a lot of things from our presentation festival. Okay, let's get to the presentation. I'd like to start my presentation to talk about what I did last week. Can you guess what I did last week? You can guess from the titles. Expo. That's right. Yeah, last week I went to Yeosu Expo with my parents, and I could see various events, creative shows, and I also ate delicious food. And I want to show let's watch the Yeosu Expo's video.
마침내 여수가 2012년 세계 박람회 개최를 선언합니다. 엑스포 세계 박람회는 올림픽, 월드컵과 함께 세계인이 참여하는 전통 3대죠. 엑스포는 1851년 런던 박람회를 시작으로 당대 최고의 기술과 문화를 선보이며 인류 문명의 거대한 진보를 이끌어갑니다. 그렇다면 2022년 여수 세계 박람회는 무엇으로 세계인의 눈을 사로잡을 것인가? 박람회는 엑스포 사상 최초의 해양 박람회다. 해양 엑스포답게 바다 위에 건설돼 여수 엑스포의 심장 역할을 하는 주제와 한국의 해양 비전을 제시하는 한국관 그리고 4개의 해양 부녀관이 엑스포의 메시지를 전달하고 106개국과 20여 개국의 글로벌 기업이 참가해 아름답고 신기한 해양의 세계를 펼쳐보인다.
What do you think about this video? I think it sounds great and it looks cool. Now I want to show some articles. Let's focus on the titles. What can you know from the titles? What is the point? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Those are articles is saying Yeosu Expo is failed. I'm wondering why some people think Yeosu Expo is failed. What is the standard to evaluate the Yeosu Expo is failed? And who can decide whether or not an expo is not a big success? If the number of audience does not reach the expected number, can we say expo is ruined? Or when the people who already went to Yeosu Expo evaluated and they said they are not satisfied, can you say Yeosu Expo is not successful? Which one is the standard? I think this question is too hard, so we will figure out what is the question together in this presentation. 2 days ago, the London Olympics finished, and I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. It was my way to get away with the hot and humid summer nights. I think you're Korean, everyone is Korean, so the Olympic was hot topic, right? I guess everyone's really enjoyed it to watch. And I think in here, everyone knows how the Olympics takes place. Does anyone know how to takes place the Olympics? You can just explain using Korean or English. Who wants to explain? Okay, let me explain a little bit about Olympics. For example, the London get permission from the IOC, and the London apply application to IOC. After votes in IOC, London takes place. I want to ask one question. How about the Expo? Who knows the Expo takes place? I think nobody knows how the Expo going on. In Paris, there is a BIE, Bureau of International Exposition. That is international organization for Expo. And twice a year, the delegators from each country have meetings and votes. And also they decide where the Expo will take place. And here is one more question. You know the difference between Shanghai Expo and Yeosu Expo? You know Shanghai Expo, right? There are two types of Expo. First, recognized Expo is we call in 인정 박람회, and it takes place with clear and specific theme within limited area. The duration of event is from 6 months to 6 months, 3 months to 6 months. And the point is, you have to remember this part. The host country will the exhibit host and offer it to participants for free. That is the point. And Yeosu Expo and Daejeon Expo is including recognized Expo, 인정 박람회. And registered Expo is we call in Korea 등록 박람회. It takes place a broad theme related with human being, and within a limited area, and the duration of events from 6 weeks to 6 months. And also, here is the point. Participants have to pay to rent the exhibit halls, not the host country offering. This one is the big point here, because in 인정 박람회, the host country, for example, Korean government have to offer the exhibit halls for free to other countries. But in Shanghai Expo case, 등록 박람회, participants have to pay if they want to join the expo. Are you clear about this?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Actually, there is some factors why Yeosu Expo is failed. You wanna know?
Yes.
Yes. As I earlier said, Yeosu Expo is recognized expo, 인정박람회. So the Korean government did not charge to participants the exhibit halls fee. They offer it for free. So the government spent a lot of money, and they expected too high, and at first the government set the goal, the number of audience as 10 million people. But now they changed it, the number to 8 million people. And they want to get the goal easily, the number of the audience. They want to get the goal easily, so they changed the number of audience, and they distributed free tickets to everywhere. And they now announced the Yeosu Expo is successful. And did you hear about the K-pop festival in Yeosu Expo? Yes, there are lots of famous celebrities singing and did performance in there. The government wants to get audience more and more, so they invite lots of famous celebrities in there, and they focused on the popularity of the event, and they did not focus on the theme of the Yeosu Expo. The theme of the Yeosu Expo which is the living ocean and coast. And I also said I went to Yeosu Expo with my parents, and I really felt inconvenience to get there. I mean, the accessibility was not good. And when I got the admission ticket, I got a bargaining. I mean, I just paid 5,000 won because I'm a student, but my parents have to pay 20,000 won. And I getting there earlier than my parents. How? I follow the fast lane, and I enter there earlier than my parents. So I want to question how I pay less than them, and I getting there earlier. I'm wondering about the method of operation. Now you want to know how to improve the Yeosu Expo. Here is the solution how to improve Yeosu Expo. I think the host and the public have their own responsibility. I think maybe you think only the host have their responsibility, but also the public, the participants has their own responsibility. First, I want to talk about the host's responsibility. First, let's think about the host really focus on the theme. As I said, they just want to get audience, so they just invite famous celebrities, and they did not concentrate on to deliver the true meaning of the Yeosu Expo. And I also think the host's obligation is to inspire people and inspire people and make people learn something from the expo. I really wanted to be inspired from the expo, but I don't think it really worked for me. So first, the host had to concentrate on to deliver the true meaning and spirit of the expo to the public. Second, the host had to calculate the number of audience exactly and sensible. After that, the government doesn't need to spend a lot of money. They don't need to waste the budget, and they don't need to distribute the free tickets. Second, the host have to set an effective method of operation, so the public will not in confusion. As I said, my experience, I was in confusion because I pay less and I get in there faster. And after they set an effective the method of operation, the audience will enjoy it without confusion. And now I want to talk about the public's obligation. They have to totally turn to different person before they get in there. What am I saying is the public have to remind of the purpose why they want to join the expo. And they have to remind of themselves to learn something from the expo. Oh.
2012 런던 올림픽 남자 펜싱 금메달리스트 원우영과 김정환, 동메달리스트 최종철, 그리고 이육재 감독까지 이대의 공통점은 무엇일까요? 이번 올림픽에서 한국 남자 펜싱은 금메달 1개와 동메달 2개를 따냈습니다.
What was the video about? What? It's about Olympic. Here's my own definition about the expo. I think the expo is same like the Olympics. I mean, the expo is culture Olympics. In one place, the participants would be companies or countries compete and show off how they've been improving in special area. In the Yeosu Expo case, the participants show off and compete how they have been improving in marine life area. In the Olympic Stadium, the athletes show off and compete how they've been improving in their ability. And in the audience case, in Expo, they will enjoy the Expo as a culture festival. In the Olympic case, the audience, we enjoy the Olympics. We enjoy the Olympics, the Olympic Games. Therefore, Expo is the culture Olympics, the creative civilization in the economic and culture side. I hope in the next Expo we'll be inspired from the culture Olympics. Thank you for joining my presentation and have a cool day.
you, Seona. Thank you. What you guys think? Pretty good, pretty good? Now let's with some short feedback.
We talk first. Wasn't there supposed to be a discussion? Oh, because of the time? Okay. I don't know if I should say. Hello, Seona.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm nervous.
Are you a little bit?
Yes.
How
Still.
did you think it? How did you think it went?
I I don't know.
Well, what do you think your strong points are?
My strong point.
Yeah, like what are you good at?
I think in this point, the Yeosu Expo is finished 3 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I think people want to know their the Yeosu Expos about the debriefing about the Yeosu Expo.
Like how it went?
Yeah, how was it?
Okay.
Because these days, lots of articles about the Yeosu Expo
Mm-hmm.
is coming up. So I think people want to know, and this is the hot topic these days. So
Okay, all right. Okay, so maybe a strong point for you is that you picked a topic that kind of people can relate to, that people are interested in.
yeah, that's right.
That may be the case. I think I'm a bad judge of that. Being a foreigner myself, perhaps it's maybe not so interesting for me. I mean, because I don't have the I don't have the pride aspect of it, right? I mean, Koreans hold an exposition, and there's a sort of a pride about doing that, and failing at that might kind of hurt people's feelings, I guess. But in my case, I'm sort of outside of that, looking in, and I don't really have any opinion about it myself. One thing I was wondering in your presentation is, did you really think about who your audience was going to be? Now, because you notice your presentation was in both Korean and English, which is fine for an audience that is bilingual like you. But if there's people in the audience today who speak only Korean, or if you were speaking to an only English audience, your presentation wouldn't really have the full effect, would it? So again, for myself only, for just myself, I know there's a lot of things like the time when you were pointing out the headlines. Well, the headlines were in Korean, you know, and even if I can make out a few of them, I can't really make them out quick enough to kind of follow your logic. Good things that you did. I think your presentation was organized. You had a clear, there was a clear argument present in your presentation, and you had a clear idea. And even when you spoke, there are problems with the way that you speak English. Of course, your English is not perfect. You make mistakes, but the good thing is your English is at least understandable. I find that I can follow what you're saying without getting too lost. So I think you as a person are a very organized person. And I think that's your strong point.
Thank you.
I feel like I could go on for too long. You can just read what I wrote on your comment sheet.
일단 저는 한국 사람이라서 그런지는 몰라도 이 엑스포라는 그 주제를 선정을 하고 그다음에 또 최근에 끝난 그 올림픽과 비교하려고 했던 그 시도들은 굉장히 좋았던 것 같아요. 얘기를 들었을 때 바로바로 와닿은 것도 있었고요. 굉장히 좋았다고 생각을 하고요. 다만 좀 아쉬웠던 점은 사실 엑스포가 실패다, 그다음에 좋지 않은 결과를 가지고 왔다라는 기사는 우리가 굉장히 쉽게 접할 수가 있잖아요. 그래서 좀 더 본인이 엑스포에 갔을 때 느꼈던 어떤 개인적인 경험들을 조금 더 공유할 수 있었으면 어땠을까라는 생각이 들거든요. 그리고 중간에 리코그나이스 엑스포랑 레지스터드 엑스포에 대해서 이제 비교를 하고 설명을 해줬었는데, 리코그나이즈드 엑스포 같은 경우, 이제 여수 엑스포 같은 경우에는 정부에서 참가자들 모두에게 이제 지원을 해줘야 되기 때문에 어쩔 수 없이 이제 경제적으로 봤을 때는 손실이 있을 수밖에 없는 거죠. 근데 자, 그렇다면은 그럼에도 불구하고 정부가 왜 이 엑스포를 개최하려고 했는가에 대한 설명이 조금 있었으면 좋겠고요. 그걸 무작정 엑스포 개최 자체에 대해서 부정적으로 얘기할 수는 없는 거니까. 그 다음에 이제 그거에 대한 솔루션으로 뭐 호스트가 어떻게 해야 되고 참여자들이 어떻게 해야 되고 이런 부분들 얘기를 했었는데, 사실 관객들, 그러니까 국민들 같은 경우에는 이 엑스포가 어떻게 개최가 되고 어떤 식으로 운영이 되고 사실 이런 부분들에 대해서는 전혀 관여할 수가 없잖아요. 그래서 어떤 문제 제기한 부분과 그다음에 솔루션이라는 측면에서 완벽하게 좀 일치하지 않는 부분이 있는 것 같아서 좀 아쉬웠었고요. 그다음에 이제 마지막으로 엑스포를 컬처 올림픽이라고 얘기를 해서 올림픽을 하나의 어떤 비교의 잣대로서 삼았는데, 물론 제가 올림픽 전문가는 아니지만 적어도 경제적인 측면에서 봤을 때에는 올림픽 개최라는 게 개최국 자체에는 거의 경제적으로는 엄청난 재앙이라고 제가 알고 있거든요. 그래서 지금 사실 엑스포에 대해서 이야기하는 많은 부분들이 유료 관람객 수가 부족하고 그 다음에 필요 이상의 예산을 사용하는 게 이제 문제라고 지적을 계속 하셨는데, 어떤 그거에 대한 좋은 비교 대상으로서 비슷한 결과를 낳고 있는 올림픽을 선정을 한 게 설득력이 있었는가라는 측면에서 조금 궁금증이 있었습니다. 네, 이상입니다.